I'm too hungover for this shit.
Onward!
I kind of wish that I hadn't had us all muted on the recording for that conversation.
Oh, well.
Anyway, for those of you watching at home, hi, welcome back to Eclipse of Mistra.
Hello! Bazinga.
Welcome back
Alright.
to
God
the.
fucking damn it.
Welcome back to the theory crafting of why Skittles taste like shit.
Welcome back to Janine Garofalo's expedition
specifically
to
what
Mount
they-
Everest.
Everyone's got the fucking sillies today. This bodes.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Oh, fuck off.
Look, I have to get this. I have to get this silly. Yeah, happy holidays!
Is this a Christmas episode?
No,
this the
next
Christmas
session is the
episode?
Christmas episode.
Oh, there's
You
actually
almost
a
said
Christmas
Christmas.
episode.
Do we get to fight
Oh, we get a
Santa?
Christmas episode! Let's go!
Crimbus.
Let's
Merry Quipmas!
I spoiled the Christmas episode. No.
I feel like this
assault a
whole
fat
entire
man in the
Star Wars
mall.
episode has gotten away from code very, very quickly.
Everyone has the sillies today, and all I can say is this bodes very unfortunate for what's about to happen this session.
No, it's why we have to get all the sillies out now.
Bold of you to assume they get out at all. The ceiling
I mean,
is
one can
never
hope.
ending.
I can cease the
No.
silly very quickly.
Last session, the party laid ambush for Fieri and a meeting with the now counselor Elven General of the army that Castian used to fight for and Castian's murderer. The encounter went good and bad depending on who you talk to. But all in all, it was a shit show that left the general escaping through a portal, Fieri dead, Nula taking a deal with Balmadan, and the party getting therefore cursed by Nyx. As everything settles, the team is left with the last few words that were spoken by Rabbit as they wondered where Car had gone, only to find out that Car had been ambushed himself and potentially kidnapped. And Rabbit had informed you all that the caravan that he would have been taken by had already left. Before we get started, you all should be level 8 now.
Yes.
In regards to the curse, I have a question for you all. Would you like to know what it is now above table, or would you like to find out in game?
Ooh,
Find out in game.
Find out
In-game,
again.
personally.
We will
definitely game.
go.
In-game.
We'll go with the majority. What I need you to understand, though, that this is a hag. This is an arch hag curse. It is a heavy one. It can be removed if you find the right people, but it is a hefty curse, and it's important that you are aware of that to make the decision. Because if you choose to find out in game, I'm happy to do that. I'm very, very happy to do that. Just don't get too upset with me if it backfires on you all. So,
That's the point.
all right. Turnip, this is the worst possible time
On the
God.
au contraire.
I do like how you had like no change in tone.
Yeah, no, I'm
Like,
so
I just half assumed that you were like literally just saying that as part of the narration.
Yeah,
No,
it's
there
like
was-
there's-
there was
there's
a cat.
narration, and then there is cat.
There was a cat making biscuits on my tits. So there you go. Alrighty.
Biscuities.
Sentences I
Instead of
never thought I'd
biscottis.
hear in the month of December.
He's got Christmas orders to fill.
True.
Okie dokie.
I mean, we got paw rolls, ginger snaps, snickerdoodles.
You are all left at the edge of the desert and jungle. Car has been taken. You are all battered and bruised, particularly Saja. Saja is probably shaking off giant hellworm saliva right now.
And is probably still actually one of the more healthier of the members of the party.
What are you guys doing?
Nula is going to go over to Saja. Is Saja like sitting down or anything like that?
Are you walking towards him right now?
Yes. Like-
Saja will be like, as you're coming over, he's looking like right at you, and you can tell for him because he wears his heart on the sleeve. He's boiling with anger.
She's going to continue walking up to him, knowing that he has this look on his face. And she's going to say to him, and it's a very soft, she is genuinely going up to him and going, "Are you all right?"
You made a bargain with something that wants to eat everything.
That's something that can get resolved later. Right now is more important.
Wait, what was that? You. He'll like turn and like gesture at like Castian and say like, "You ran in there and then you just ran off. You played chicken with the guy you said you came here to try and kill. I said I would follow you, and you blinked first and you ran away. And he'll like look at Iroh at this point in time. You went and killed a man who was just crawling on the ground. His people had left him. And you watched me get eaten. What is wrong with all of you? Our friend is gone now because we tried to go after your blood feud with this man that you just decided to, hey, let me run in and pop and boom and run off from and say, hey, chase me?
Sasha. Let's recollect she's going to turn to everyone.
How
Her
close? Before you continue, how close to Saja are you right now?
She's gone up to him, like genuinely going like she's up
Anyone-
as close as she possibly could be. Unless Sasha has been stepping away from her.
Anyone who
He has been.
is, can I? Anyone
Then she's right there.
who, anyone who is within 10 feet of Saja right now needs to make me a dex save. As the
Oh.
eyes on the mask flare.
Does that
Okay.
include me?
No.
That's a 5.
That might be also Iroh's wolf.
Whatever. I can summon him again.
It's whoever has chosen to be like near Saja right now.
It's too late to ask to roll lucky, isn't it?
A little, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyone who rolls below a 15 is thrown back 10 feet as this pulse of opalescent energy erupts from surrounding Saja. As that anger boils over and the mask instinctively attempts to protect Saja. For those of you who can see the mask, it is, the eyes on it are looking around frantically as if scanning for any danger.
Aja at this point in time is like, will probably like kind of crouch down at this point in time and just hand over his like face and the mask partially at this point in time and saying like, I trusted all of you.
Sasha?
And you still can.
Really? You made a deal with a god that thinks mortals are nothing more than toys to pick apart and eat the bones of.
Aero, as those words are spoken, there is a heavy in your ears. No one else hears that, and you feel a weight, almost like something's impacted your chest.
I made a deal to help us in the situation we were in. You didn't see what I saw.
No, because I was at this point in time was looking at a worm that was quite literally putting me into its mouth.
I'd argue that would be the preferred option as opposed to what I saw, which was everyone else significantly worse off. And I did not mean for that to happen. Saja. Please.
I need time to think. And Saja will get up and walk away for a few minutes.
How hurt, like, visually, Saja looks fucked, right?
He looks... Saja is a very sturdy individual. He looks like he's definitely taken some hits, but...
Good enough. Nula will call out to Saja one more time. and she's going to reach into her little bag and pull out a potion of healing, and she is going to she's going to lob it towards him, like gently.
He will let it drop. And looking at her, it's like, I can't trust you right now. And it just hits the ground.
As he says that, her face would return to her usual frown and scowl, and
Cassie will saddle up next to Nula and just say, I would let him feel this pain for a hot second. It seems like this is part of a hard lesson he's going to need to learn.
she says nothing.
I'm going to check on the others. Are you... care to join me?
She nods. She leaves the healing potion right where it was. She doesn't even bother to pick it up. She left it there for Saja, and that's exactly who it's there for. And she will go and see the others.
Cassie will saddle up to Aero. Just be like, so, one down? How many more to go?
Hard for me to say. Feels like the list keeps getting longer every day, but at least I know that he kind of kicks Fieri's dead body. At least I know this fucker's off the list.
I'm
With
glad
regards-
I'm glad that your work's being done, ultimately.
His eyes kind of trace over to where Saja just kind of raced off from everybody. What I see right there.
The boy needs a minute. I don't think he's in the mood to talk to any of us.
The boy needs some enemies.
The boy needs a minute.
No, I know what I said. I said the boy needs an enemy. At least that way you can kind of understand that these back alley deals and these hard choices that everyone has to make, they will have to be made by everyone eventually, and oftentimes there's no good outcome.
Aero, how close to Nula are you right
10 feet.
now? Your skin feels like pins and needles. Specifically, like whether Nula is to your left or right, more so in that direction. It is uncomfortable. Not painful sensation, but it is there.
Is it familiar or unfamiliar?
This is something that you haven't felt before.
Have her tattoos and eyes, like, are they gone?
Your eyes are green. You have your regular eyes back.
Okay. So the
I haven't
markings are still there.
I haven't updated the thing yet. You haven't
That's fine.
physically looked at whether the markings are still there or not.
I mean, I don't think Nula herself has looked, personally.
So
Guys, you can see the markings?
the tattoos that are usually visible along her chest are no longer there. However, she has a black tattoo-like band around her throat like a collar.
Cassie will mentally make note of that as he sees Setzel walk up and just be like, "So there, secret agent. Nice of you to join us. Barely noticed you. Almost barely noticed you. I'm working on my lookout abilities."
You might need more practice.
I do. Yeah, these old bones.
We all made it out relatively unscathed, I think. I think we can count our blessings for that. She's going to continue
Cassie
looking
looks-
in the direction of Saja as she's saying this.
Cassie looks at the gaping wound that's White left in him. Is like, yeah, eh.
It is just a flesh wound, isn't it?
It was 20 chunking points of damage. So like, it was a pretty massive hit the first time. So I'd imagine it's a bit of a sizable wound, but it's not bleeding profusely. He bleeds very slowly.
Yeah, he rolled
That's
he rolled low on an attack. You guys went up against a level 30 character.
sudden realization that that's something that Noah wouldn't be disregarding entirely. And she would like look back over at Cassie and be like, "Do you need something for that?"
You know, I think I might. Can't really feel it, but eyesore.
Do you want the sure thing, or do you want the risk? And she'll pull out a
What's-
second healing potion, and she'll pull out a black vial.
You're playing guessing games now? After okay, I'll take the short away because I feel like taking after this big
I
chance
would-
we took, the
I
short
wouldn't
route
be-
is a better solution.
I wouldn't be giving you that one anyway. And she'd pass over the second healing potion that she has. She's got one left. Anyone else?
No, I'm fine. Confused as hellworms aren't exactly common.
Well, it seems our feline friend here has made a deal with somebody that we all may be familiar with.
There's plenty of time to talk tonight. I think the smarter thing is to collect ourselves. It's good to see that you made it out, Setsa. I'm glad everyone made it out.
And we have one missing, so we're going to have to collect him soon.
We know where we have to go to find him.
At that sort of mention of Rabbit, who's sort of still standing there waiting for his next instructions, pipes up. If you're trying to catch up with him on the road, you'd probably want to hurry. They took off pretty much as soon as I got back.
Rabbit, how many are there?
The entire caravan, so about 30 people.
Shakes his head. Strong as we might be, I don't think we'd stand much of a chance against that many people.
No, not without a plan.
Do you
To catch up
you
with them,
know
we need a caravan of our own.
we'd need to catch up with them first? Do you know where they'd stop to rest, to camp?
They most likely going to avoid the tribal lands and make their way through the night out of the desert before resting.
At that point, we won't be too hard to track them. I
Well,
think we should.
they're heading to Skylana, so
Serendipitous.
I think we should
Yeah.
make contact with your tribe, Setsa. It'll be a good place for us to collect supplies.
It would be.
so you know that you would have had to go there anyway because you've got the egg that you have to deliver.
As much as I dislike having to, I think we would have to stop at the tribe, at my tribe, and catch up with the caravan later rather than sooner.
You know Carvest, Aero? He's gonna hold a grudge, isn't he, since we're gonna be waiting so long to get him back?
Perhaps, but I think he also understands the importance of care in attacking matters like this, so I do think he would understand if we'd not necessarily play the long game, but play a longer game with his rescue.
So, 3 bottles of brandy as an apology?
Well, you best make it 4. No, make it
Hmm.
5, because I probably will end up drinking one of those myself on the way.
Well, I think we should make some headway at the very least. I have a new spell I'm wanting to test out later tonight. For our own comfort, so.
Arrow turns to Rabbit. Now, I have a job for you, lad.
Yes, sir.
I have a new weapon, and that works with a forger. Back in Salvation. I need you to go collect it for me.
Of course, sir. Where should I bring it?
I'd say it's a pretty well-trodden path between here and Skylana. Just follow the road, and I'm sure you'll find us.
Well, yes, sir, but Skylana is a big city. Where am I to meet you?
Anticipate that you're going to meet us in Skylana. I think you're going to meet us on the way to Skylana. Long road ahead, lad. I imagine you're going to be a bit faster than we are.
Well, we're going to be traveling through the Sunways for a hot second. I would say just meet us at Sand's Edge.
He gives a nod.
He, arrow summons his spectral direwolf over.
Mm-hmm.
Take him. He'll get you there and back even faster.
Yes, sir. He cautiously gives the huge wolf a pat, and begins making his way back to Salvation.
You gonna be okay?
He'll be fine. Good lad. Quick, smart, resourceful. Not worried about him at all.
I can see why you wanted to save him.
I wasn't talking physically.
like I said, smart, resourceful. He'll figure out where he stands in all of this mess.
Seemed
He'll
fairly
come to terms with it
resilient.
rather quickly.
So, which one of us is going to collect our goblin?
Who here hasn't pissed him off?
Looks at Setsa. You're the one he didn't yell at.
I was about to say, I think it's best if I go see our friend.
Nula will point to the healing potion that's in the dirt. Can you hand him that? Say it's from you. He might actually take it.
I can try. And Setsa will. I was going to say walk, but it's hard to say that a skilled person's going to walk somewhere. But also saying slither every single time
Look,
just feels a bit.
Walking,
Slide?
slithering,
Slink.
slithering is her
Let me
approximation
slide
of
into the party.
walking, so I will accept walk.
Okay.
Mosey. You can mosey.
You can mosey. Snapping
could
my fingers.
Ambulate.
Ambulation. Oh,
See,
God.
I think it'd be funnier if just Setsa just barrel rolled everywhere.
Yeah.
It's where I get my
helixes.
iframes from.
We just
Yeah.
like lays on the ground and just like starts rolling. Just, it's like, and there they go.
Off into the distance.
Setsa just turns
I
himself
can
into a
go
living
the distance.
circle and just spins.
Yeah, I do
He's
a
going
Sonic.
for speed.
Sonic.
Oh my fucking god.
You're just in the same spot, just speeding up and getting dust particles behind you as well.
Oh. But I will make my way over to Saja and sort of like pick up that health potion along the way.
Setsa the Sonic OC original
The
character.
Sonic
Do
OC.
not steal.
Do not steal. I'll make a little clay medallion of it. Don't tempt me.
No.
Do it.
No.
You would find Sasha partway up a tree, just kind of feet dangling off the side of a branch at this point in time, and like head tilted back into the tree trunk, mask like on his head, and but off his face. And there's probably Cheddar, who is on the ground and probably not being too happy about being on the ground and not up where Sasha is. And Chive, who is probably has made it part way up the trunk. It is trying to figure out, wait, am I going up or am I going down?
Cheddar gives you a bit of a
Adorable.
whine. Sets up and looks at you.
I'm gonna reach out and sort of like ruffle Cheddar's ears and give him some pats, and look up into the branches at Saja. You seem to have left quite an impact on our friends back there.
Are they my friends? Do I actually even really know them that well? Do I even know you that well? And so I'm just gonna kind of tilt his head down, looking down at Sets. It's like, I'm sure you have your own things and agendas and others, things that you have to square away.
I don't have any targets that I need to hunt down and eliminate like our paladin friend, but you've known them longer than I have.
I've known Castian about 4 days longer than you have. And I've known Iroh maybe 2 weeks more than that. And apparently at this point in time it's shown that I'm not exactly a great judge of character.
I think, Sasha, as you were saying this, you can see Cheddar is like paws up on the side of Setzer, like trying to get her to give him more pats.
I rather than give Cheddar more pats, I'm actually going to very gently and slowly pick Cheddar up and kind of like try and encourage him to, stand either on my shoulders or, up off the ground.
Not a hard thing to do. You are a ginormous snake alligator woman. If you wanted to, you could pick Cheddar up and use your tail to get on the level of Sasha.
Yeah, that's essentially what I was going to be doing.
Yeah. Cheddar
It's kind of,
excitedly licks up
rising
the
myself.
side of your crocodilian face before leaping into Sasha's lap.
This was
Hey,
kind of
buddy.
like, it's all like half leaning against the branch, not fully, because weight's a thing. And just kind of very relaxed. 2 weeks, or a bit more, isn't a period of time that I'd call sufficient to be able to judge someone's character.
That's why I can actually even call them really my friends.
Oh. As things are, I do feel that the only one that I would call a true, or at least a true friend of mine, would be Nula. That's only because of the time we spent together in the Feywild. I am, despite knowing the various things that have come to light, I am still open to the idea of this party of ours becoming more than just acquaintances of adventurers met on the road. Friendships do take time, and you will learn things about people in the process of becoming friends that you might not like or particularly enjoy.
But can I actually rely on them to do the right thing, if they're following their own things to do, I I don't know anymore. I thought that like there was. I told Castian I would help him. I would be there to help him go after this guy. I told him that would be that it looked like it would be hard and tough, and but I would go in with him, and I did, and he ran away. And in Iro, I understand from him he has this calling, this thing, this duty, but the person he killed quite literally was crawling on the ground, and his own people had left him. And he found it to be a more important thing at that point of time than to try and help either Castian and Nula with that. What even was that thing that came out of the woods? Or helping me deal with this ginormous worm that popped up out of the ground, and he found it a more important thing to smash a man's head open with a hammer. And Nola, I, no, Setsa, I don't know.
I think that what has just happened is a lot, and everything happened very, very fast. But I don't think we're going to get answers for a lot of questions. By ourselves.
Yeah.
And I can understand your frustrations with killing someone that is defenseless or surrendering. But personally, I would rather know the reasoning behind such actions before passing my full judgment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
while you are allowed to be angry and definitely upset, I think the short time that we've spent together lends itself to giving the rest of our party a chance to explain.
Right. And I guess I need to. Iroh probably figures in his nose as to where that other group is that's taken Ka is going and who they might see. So
Rabbit has
nothing
already
else.
told us that they're heading towards the same city that we will be traveling to. Unfortunately, they are not going anywhere near the tribe lands. They are heading straight out of the desert and not stopping.
All right. Well, then we best get going.
We should.
I still have a lot to think about. Won't do any more good just being here.
No. Now, you do seem hurt.
I don't want any of that witch's magic.
That is fair, but a healing potion isn't magic. But if you want, I can heal you myself.
No, I think I want to carry these wounds for a bit. Things like these
At
are
least-
actually meant to be remembered and felt, not just magicked away.
At least wrap them properly.
I can do that on the road, but I'll start at least now.
You can start now,
Ah.
and you can get it finished before we take off.
At which point Saja will put Cheddar will into his like one of his arms, and will also pick up Chive and slide down the tree.
Yeah, Chive
And,
just finally gets up with you, only for you to pick Chive up and then get
Oh,
down the
no.
tree. And Chive gets out like little, ow, as if to say, I
No.
just made it up there.
Can I scoop Chive up and bring them down with me?
Sure.
Let's make our way back, and I have a feeling that tonight when we get to my tribe will be the best time for questions and answers.
Okay. And Saja will kind of pull out some bandages and just begin wrapping up a couple of different wounds and cuts and head back with Setsa.
While this conversation was happening, what were the other three of you talking about?
Nula was looking in the distance, in the rough vicinity that Saja and Setsu would have been.
Yeah, oddly concerned
Nula-
about him.
Nula, you've got your vision back. Looking
It's
at
a little bit distracting, funnily enough.
looking at these people that you had only really seen as silhouettes with soul flames, you're now seeing them. You see Aero, this dwarven, sturdy, rugged-looking fellow, who he doesn't quite look the heroic paladin that you would expect a paladin to be. but he also doesn't look like a straight up criminal. He's like that weird in between point.
It's like those guys who you see and you're like, you're in the mob, aren't you? You're definitely in the mob. But I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
say you're in the mob because that would be just stereotyping.
You see Castian, relatively tall, half elven, dark skin, the pale electrical scarring up the side of his neck and face, contrasted by the dark hair. As Setzer and Saja approach, you see Setzer, this person that you've been friends with for years in the Feywild. This towering snake-like body and alligator crocodilian head, very much that large, muscular hunter physique, decorated with chains and jewelry, almost as if a dragon would decorate themselves with their treasures. And Saja, this short, dark green, freckled goblin, streak of silver hair through his otherwise midnight navy hair, and these opalescent eyes, the eyes that reflect the same color of his soul.
As the conversation was happening, Cassie was just very confident, was like, you seem oddly concerned for him. To Nula.
Concerned about a lot of things right now. He seems to be the one most hurt.
Not about your deal? At least that's what Sasha says you did.
I took my life back into my own hands. I don't like the idea of other people gambling on my life. I'm already 300 years older than I have any right to be.
You and me both.
While they are having this conversation, Arrow is testing the tingly feelings by stepping a few steps closer towards and away from Nula to see what happens.
How close to Nula are you getting?
Just
Probably
Just two-stepping back and forth.
no,
Yeah.
no closer than 5 feet and no further than about 15.
At 5 feet, the pins and needles tingling begins to burn like hellfire. And you get a
Attracted
sharp
lightbulbs making a buzzing
pain in the
noise.
back of your head, like a warning. As you step back past that 10 feet, you feel nothing. It's almost as if your body is instinctively detecting good or evil, and it is reading evil. As you are testing this, you hear Cassian bring up the deal again, and that boom echoes in your mind again like a hammer on an anvil. And you feel
I'm
that
sorry,
pressure
can you
in
make
your
the noise
chest.
again? Because the 2 times you've done it, it's cut out on your mic.
Oh, it's like a boom of a hammer
Okay.
on an anvil.
Yeah.
And you feel that pressure in your chest as if something has impacted you again.
All I will say about this, I trust you. And if you need help, hopefully I've proven myself enough that you can ask me. But if you don't, meh.
I think trust is going to be in short supply for a while, so I appreciate it.
Of course. I because of that one, he just gestures towards Sasha's direction. I am now in a word keeping mood. I probably will be for a while. He's a good person, so be ashamed to lose him.
Castian,
Hmm.
can you do me a favor?
Of course.
Never make a bet on me ever again.
Even if the odds are in my favor. Like if I win like 200 gold off.
My life is my own.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, okay. So that kind of bet. Yeah. That's okay. I was thinking more fighting pit.
Bet.
That might come up.
Yeah, you also make bets in the fighting pit. But your life is yours to choose. And
She's
you
gonna
have my
step
word.
away for a little bit. She's not like far away, but she's gonna step a little bit away from everyone. Mostly because she feels that she should.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna step over to
Allows-
Castian as Nula walks away.
Allows Saja and Setzer to join the circle. As if her presence is a toxin.
I can't be
Yeah.
near her.
Oh,
Something's
Why?
changed. I can't be close to her. It physically hurts. I step too close and it feels like something is burning. Driving a spike into the back of my head.
is that part of your paladin deal?
Both of you can roll either a religion or an arcane.
I'm gonna roll Arcana.
I think I know what I'm gonna roll.
Even rolling low, that's a 16.
That's a 7 on religion.
You can roll with advantage because this is to do with your own religion.
Okay, well that's a 24.
Okay.
Okay.
So Cassian, with your 16, you would know that this, if what Sasha says is true and Nula has made a deal with Balmadan, it is very likely something arcane within her or on her that is reacting to the paladin magic of Aero. This is where you would pick up on that, almost like it's detect good and evil or detect fiend or something like that.
Mm.
Aero, with your check, the fact that it also feels like you are taking a physical impact every time her deal is mentioned, this is absolutely something to do with your god. Given what you know now, that Balmadan is trying to start a war with the gods to become the singular and only god. You are very aware that you are going to have words with your deity. And if you don't actively reach out to him, he's going to drag you. That is something you can do tonight's rest or whenever you choose.
I don't like this, Castian. I don't like this at all. I understand why she did what she did, but that snap decision has massive implications beyond just us winning that fight. A fight we didn't even really win because he fucking ran.
What he wanted was me and your friend dead. He didn't achieve that, so he lost.
Yeah, but he's still alive. He's going to try again. I heard the way he spoke about you. This is a man who's not going to give up on his quarry until he catches it.
Aero, you are a man who is used to that kind of speed. After all, you've used it yourself. The way he spoke wasn't that he wanted Castian dead. He wanted Castian as Castian is now. But it was more the discussion of someone who has lost a guard dog.
I think that's what I was trying to get across. Not so much that he wanted Castian dead, that he knew he was going to come after Castian again and try and catch him.
Castian thinks that he wants him dead.
Yeah. I know he wants me back. That the military wants me back. They never liked losing their property in the first place. And honestly, that does scare the shit out of me. That's what Saja saw. And I am very upset with myself that I let him see that.
Like I said, I understand why she did what she did. I understand why she made the choice that she made. Just, I wish she'd given it another 2-3 seconds worth of thought. I wish she trusted us enough to get everyone out of that situation rather than having to reach out to the most existential threat to life in this universe that exists at the moment.
I know.
Hope
But
you
I have
also
faith.
know that I am beholden to my God. I am concerned about what he's going to have to ask me to do. But if he does, I'm going to have to do it. You understand that, right?
I understand.
As long as you understand it's nothing personal. Just business. Always has been.
Is Saja just business?
No. And right now I'm starting to regret bringing him on as something beyond the scope of business. Because he's starting to see things he should never have had to see. But he's going to have to be learning some lessons that everybody has to learn.
He's already
I'm the
seen a
one to
lot.
be. I don't know if I'm the one who should be teaching him this.
That's why you have the rest of us.
Aye, but
I've led men before. And I've failed those men before. I've led men into battle, and I've seen young boys die for a country that didn't want them in the first place.
Castian, it's my entire life. I have not been a person to people. I've been a tool. I've been a weapon.
You do know who
Barely
you're
had
talking to,
any
correct?
humanity or anything. Now that I'm acting for myself rather than somebody else, or at least I'm acting for a higher power other than just somebody who has enough coin to hire my services, I've never had to think about being anything in any sort of leadership capacity, and suddenly here I am, and I don't ready for it.
You've led men so far better than me. We're all still alive. Do you know how many young boys' mothers I've had to tell that their son died? Because of my decision. It's going to be hard to give orders and have to be the one to say jump and have people ask you how high. But you seem to have a heart of iron that is cracked in many places and may need reforging. Maybe this journey we're going on right now are the fires that are heating it up. And every trial and tribulation will be the hammer striking down and cleaning out the impurities, giving you a heart of steel.
Wise beyond your years. At least I think you are. You've been dead for who knows how long, so it's hard for me to say how old you actually are.
I was dead 300 years.
Oh, maybe your wise equivalent with your years then.
Yeah. I also had a really good teacher, my father.
In fact,
Who was
maybe
it?
you could be a little bit smarter, but I'm not going to pass judgment either way.
It's at this point that Saja and Setzer return. There is the sound of movement along the trail from Salvation, and Rabbit returns briefly. In tow.
Damn, you are fast.
In tow, having a series of beasts in reins, enough for all of you. Sir, I know you said for me to pick up the item, but I figured if you are heading off immediately, you would want a way to traverse the desert.
What are the beasts?
These beasts are the same sort of birds that Car has.
Chocobos.
Yeah, essentially a big chocobo, but if more like cassowaries. There is one for each of you.
Yay.
Sasha is going to look over the bodies of the dead elves and see if he can find any like any information or anything like that, particularly in regards to, or if there's any that
You just say that you're stealing their gold. It's fine.
No, he doesn't want the gold. He doesn't care about the gold. Like, you forget Sasha doesn't know about money really. But he's more interested in like finding anything out about the elf that was with White, the one that didn't die when she should have died.
Yeah. Checking over these, I want you to roll me a nature or a medicine check, please.
I will roll a nature check, which is +1, but I have advantage on those.
Yeah.
As opposed to medicine, which is +3. So. Stuff. 10.
Okay. You don't find anything that would lead you to the elf that died and then came back different. What you do find, though, is each of these bodies also have the cadaver scars. They've been pulled apart and sewn back up. And one of them who has, you can see that they had been impacted heavily enough in the chest that that rib cage and the cadaver sewing had essentially been torn open. And what you see in it is a metallic cage-like structure surrounding what looks to be a crystalline heart. That crystalline heart is shattered. It is broken and cracked. And the metal itself feels ice cold.
Bastian,
Yes.
what's that?
I will walk over and look in. Ooh.
Castian, when you see this, I need you to roll me a wisdom save, please.
Boy.
You can choose to fail it if you wish.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that will mean. Oh, that's a 3 on the die for a 6.
Okay, yeah, you failed anyway. Castian. Let me change the music up very quickly.
Don't hear Ollie though.
Really? He's not going through?
I hear him. It's a pretty odd like song at the moment in time, but
Yeah, I also hear like guitar or something. Is Drew like
That is
fiddling?
me. I'm so sorry. That's me. That's me noodling whilst I listen. If it's getting in the way, I will stop.
It is coming through your mic, yes.
Okay, I apologize. I will stop.
Also, is anything going through my mic? Because I can see my active light up when I'm not talking or doing
not
anything.
really.
No.
Awesome. Ghosts in the machine.
Cassian,
Does he do?
you go somewhere for a moment in your mind, a memory that you didn't realize you have. Laying in a room on a cold metal table and suddenly opening your eyes to faces. One of them being your general, another being an elven face that is partially covered and heavily scarred, completely balding, one eye mechanical in nature, who exclaims in perfect elven, "Ha! Wonderful. See, I told you it would take." The general looks down at you with a look of fascination. And perhaps even those deemed useless can be made useful then. Pushing further to see what can happen. You look down at yourself, barely able to move anything but your neck, and you see your ribcage folded open for surgery, and a cold metal structure surrounding a crystallized heart that glows and with an ebbing light in an icy pale blue. When you come back to the present, you are shaking and cold. One of the first sensations you have felt in a long time.
Ugh. Oof. Yeah, no. Nasty. Nasty. So that's how they're brought back.
Do you
I actually
need
got-
anything from these bodies?
Anything particular I can spot that would be intriguing to me?
The cage around the heart, but otherwise, no. Everything else in their body seems to be almost mummified.
Am I able to tell, like, at a glance, if there's any like remnant of magic in the heart? Like, if these guys will come back after a short period of time?
No, it is completely gone. It's as if the soul itself has been stolen.
Well, seems they've made tiny shitty phylacteries for these. Now we know to hit them in the chest. We won't need anything from them, though.
Saja, at the point in time, then we'll be kind of pulling the bodies together at that point in time, and unless anybody needs like any of the armor off of them or anything, because were they wearing like chainmail or?
They were wearing elven chain.
Elven chain's
As
pretty
in-
good.
As a magical elven chain or just chainmail made by elves?
This is magical elven chain.
We can get that to Nula. That'd be pretty good for her.
I guess then we'll take the elven chain off of them, and then Saja will gather the bodies
would-
together and go over do his kind of normal burial rites at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking to bury them?
We can't leave them
Well,
out
not-
here.
Not bury them,
Uh,
but more let the roots and plants
can I
and moss and
tell if either of these soldiers are also Shetrans? Like if they were Shetrans?
These soldiers look full elf, which means they're likely from the homeland.
Oh, okay. Hmm, okay.
which point then over the now stripped clean bodies, Sasha will throw seeds onto them and call upon the magic of the natural world and call to the trees and plants and similar and say how things that the energy that has been borrowed is now to be returned and let the bodies be taken by the natural world.
You do this, you do everything right. And you feel that magic take, but it's almost as if the bodies themselves reject it. However these undead soldiers were made goes against every rule of nature, to the point that nature rejects it. You watch where normally when you do this ritual, they are grown and it becomes a lush, verdant new growth. Much like this area once had been with the fall of the goddess, where they lay becomes dead and desiccated.
Sasha's just gonna stare at it for a while. It's like nothing about these people makes sense.
You can hear a rumble of thunder in the distance. Rabbit speaks up. If you're going to make it before the next storm, you should get moving.
Getting caught in one of those is not fun.
That it will just stay silent and kind of pop up the hood of his poncho and gather up his stuff and just go to one of the cassowaries.
Time's wasting. She'll head over to one of the birds that have shown up. Surprisingly easy to get on one of these things when you can actually see what you're doing.
Okay.
It's gonna kind of like squint directly at Nula. We should get going.
Okay. Setzer, are you going to try taking one of these, or are you traveling as you normally do?
How? What's the speed of one of these things?
It would be about as equivalent to what you can move.
Okay. Purely because maybe because they seem more avian than reptilian, I'm going to choose to walk.
Mm-hmm.
As I usually do.
Easy. All right. You all set off into the desert. and we move on.
Is this
Can someone-
chain? So is it chain mail or chain shirt? Sorry, real quick.
Give me a second. I will double check.
I will say, I'm also just looking at the clock. Would this be a good point for us to have like a quick 5-10 minute break?
Yeah, take a 5-10 minute break.
Yippee!
Sounds good.
Awesome. Yeah. That was a good RP between Arrow and Castiel. I like that.
Enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. That was
Yeah,
really
Yeah,
fun.
it was very, you are such a good role player, Drew. I
Thank
fucking
you.
love the way you do it.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Yours is very good too. I had a lot of fun with that.
And also, yes, again, folks, I am sorry. I am having a great time. Sasha's
Sasha is
Yeah,
not.
we know.
Sasha is
yeah.
not.
I love how the second like Sasha is sad, everybody's like, okay, we have to cheer up the goblin now. The goblin is upset.
Baby. Why is Bird losing?
That's our
his-
boy.
We cannot have a game of this. Like Sasha's basically our little mascot at this point. Like what are we gonna do without our mascot?
It would be
Oh,
Elven. So it'll be Elven chain shirt. You can get 2 of them.
Okay.
Our boy is upset. We need to get him some hot chocolate. Get him a Happy Meal.
Alright, 2 Elven chain shirts have been added into the party inventory.
I am going to get myself another cup of coffee.
Yeah, grab some water, use bathroom if you need to. We are on break. I will mute us up for a moment and see why the bird is screaming. I'm hoping to, at the very least, get through the tribal thing. And onto the road. This first bit went a little longer than I was expecting it to, but it was really good. It's really good. But yeah.
Also,
So I'm hoping it won't take too long, but yeah.
also Cyrix, that sets and Sasha scene was very good. Was very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting more sets of content.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's happening.
happening.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
And also, Arrow
Now all we
finally
need to do is figure out how to
feeling
hiss like a
something.
crocodile.
Arrow admitting that he feels attached to Sasha is funny to me. I completely forgot that this song is apparently in this playlist. It's a very silly song. Oh, the one thing I didn't say that I should have on the Discord thing is, you guys, if you want any updates to your characters, I'm going to be starting on the new reactives for the new arc this week. So get me any additions or changes or adaptations you want for your characters. Otherwise, I'm going to just kind of wing it how I see them in my imagination box. So, if you haven't done that already, please do.
Okay. I may want to think of something if I could remember to do it tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
My brain time is limited to the weekends because
Brain soup. Look, I wanted to start them this week, but my brain has been soup. So I have been doing the correct thing and resting.
trying to do things after work is like
Yeah.
almost impossible sometimes. Oh, Stella.
Stella kitty.
Orange cat is going into her igloo.
I will be right back. Chicken Man has apparently decided he is very
Oh no, Chicken Man. Whatever will you do?
Nothing, because he hasn't got opposable thumbs.
He'll still do his damnedest.
Well, of course, but you know.
I have returned with coffee.
Coffee.
I am really upset that for a very split moment on the closed caption thing, instead of me reading Kofefe, it said cock, and then it disappeared really quick.
Oh no!
Oh my
I
god.
have returned with cock.
For a
Isn't
split
that-
instance, you had cock.
Isn't that
So it'll
the
say
opposite
ter-
for what you actually want?
Yes. So if anyone wants to donate 50 grand to the destruction of Penis Foundation.
I want that cock obliterated.
Obliterate
Uh,
the cock.
Oh damn! I just gave $50,000 to the Chinese Communist Party. I'm sorry, guys.
Ah, shit.
Alright, I think
Xi
we're just
Jinping
waiting
said
on
it was a
Drew
very
now.
good investment.
We just hear across the room, across the house, I'm coming! He said something else, I didn't quite make out what it was. Hmm.
said I was getting snacks.
Ah, there.
Thanks.
All right.
What kind of snacks you
Roll
got?
call. Is everyone back?
Yes.
I am on this
Yep.
plane.
Yes.
I may be front, not back. Sorry.
Okay.
Except sideways.
All right.
I do sleep sideways.
Let's get back to it. Can somebody roll me a D100, please?
Uh-oh.
I rolled it last time.
Sure,
Yes.
I'll do it.
Actually, you know what? Let's not include mine.
Cyrix-
I've just
Cyrix
rolled
Y'all
said-
don't want me
Do
rolling
it.
shit.
Cyrix said that they were doing it first, so.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Because the last time I rolled a D100, I rolled a fucking 1.
Yeah, yeah. And we all know who who came in the last time.
So I'm banned from D100 roll duty. Even if I have
70.
to roll a D100, someone else rolls it for me.
Sorry, what was that, Cyrix?
I rolled a 70.
70.
Ooh,
Uh,
the 70s are back.
you guys thankfully set off not too late in the day. It's just before midday. By the time you guys had finished everything, you make your way through the desert, and you do have to push a little bit into the dark as the sun sets on the horizon and the two moons begin to rise. But eventually you make it to the tribal settlement. The nomadic settlement filled with the tents. You hear the sound of horns blow before you even sort of get close, signifying that they see someone approaching, echoed by a sound that Setzer you recognize as being identified as someone friendly. The one thing that you all would notice, well, all but Nula, since Nula hadn't been here before, is that there are more of the tribe's guards around. Setzer, the level of guards you see around currently are... The last time you saw this, it was when there was active hostility towards your tribe. Something has happened. Still, you are all greeted at the border. Setzer, you are greeted by another tribes member you know as Farash, a similar to you crocodilian-headed Wanti, a little bit larger, a little bit redder in coloration than you are. Equally as large and sort of built up, perhaps a little bit bigger in the chest. And she sort of greets you with a familiar sort of embrace before looking at the others. You return with most of those you left with. Where is the avian?
We're currently
Busy,
on the way to get
and-
them back. So
Castian,
encrusted.
Castian, as you cut off Setzer, the other Wanti sort of looks at you with narrowed eyes.
hola.
You were not being addressed. Warmblood.
Oh, sorry. Hey. Well,
She turns back to Setzer.
The alien car. got separated and subsequently kidnapped.
And you bring a stranger. Are they trusted?
Oh, Rabbit, right.
No.
Confirm it there.
Nula. Nula wasn't here the last time you guys were here.
Also, Rabbit's
Oh.
gone back. Rabbit's
Yeah,
gone back
that's
for
right.
Aero's weapon.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be trusted. I can personally vouch for them.
She looks across you all before giving a nod. And you see her tail sort of lifts a little bit, giving a signal that you Setzer recognize as weapons down. And you all hear the telltale sounds of bowstrings loosening, slowly disarming.
This is more
She would like to see you if you have returned already. Things have happened. It is not safe to allow strangers in here. The rest of your companions may set their resting spaces amongst us, but they are being watched. Strangers are things have happened. And she
Okay.
begins to lead you all into the settlement. I think there are two things those of you who have been through here notice. The first being that it is a lot quieter than the last time you guys came through here. The last time you did come through, there was the sound of chatter, of song, of music. Communication now is hushed. The second thing is that the youngsters that had been running throughout the settlement last time aren't here. Nula, this is your first time entering into this area. That you are aware of is Setzer's home tribe. You see these tents, all of them painted with various depictions of almost like stories. There is the smell of burning tobacco of some kind. There is the hushed, tense conversations of various forms of Wanti, some like Setzer, some even more bestial in form, snake-like, cobra-like beings, and some more human in appearance with more reptilian aspects. You are all led to the tent that is closest to the mountainous cliff edging of this desert land along the edge of the teeth there. This tent larger than the others, depicting a tale of some kind of god that you do not recognize. And a lot of you watch as, for the first time that you guys have seen, Setzer, you've seen this happen before, though not often. Kabi, the leader of this tribe, daughter of the river, makes her way out of the tent. You should be able to see her art in the art channel up a little bit.
Yes,
Uh,
I am very
Kitty.
familiar with her.
for those of you who haven't seen
Oh.
her.
Titty steak.
Geez, okay. I thought it was a little bit up. It's apparently a lot up.
Yes, I did a
That was
lot of
well.
art.
Yeah, we both have apparently. There we go. Bump. There you go. I have bumped it. This multi-armed serpentine woman, completely bare, decorated with jewelry and the like. Though, Setsa, the jewelry you recognize on her now is war adornments. Setsa, you return to me. What news do you bring?
If briefly, yes. Now I'm trying to remember what happened with Kamas.
Yeah.
Well, to our knowledge, he's dead.
Yeah,
And he summoned a giant dragon, and he tried to resurrect a god, but we stopped that.
yes, Kamas is sadly dead. What he was attempting to do was not good for the tribe.
You say he is dead. How long ago was this?
In game time, I don't have a sense of scale. What was it?
A couple of days ago.
About
Couple
3
of days?
days.
2-3
Like a
days.
week.
I wanted to say about 3 days ago, yeah. It was a few days ago.
Then you are mistaken.
I was say I saw his body with my own eyes. He definitely was
I mean, we
dead.
cut a stone out of him. Like, his chest was open and there was a stone in it. No other
Well,
organs.
He is as alive as your friend here. He and his cult entered in under the guise of his return with friends, and they stole my clutch.
When
But a night ago, took the youngs, stole my eggs.
Buck.
She looks pointedly at Castian now, and there is a quick movement as she seems to lunge towards you and get right in your face, bending down to your height.
Oh, good to see you again too.
Was our interaction scouting for your kin?
Senora, I have never met that man in my life before.
He had with him your kind. Undead elven fodder.
With all due respect, Senora. It seems as though his magic is connected with what brought me back. I am free of his will, and I have no masters besides myself.
There is a moment
I mean,
where she's listening to you and she puts a finger up your lips for a moment to hush you. And you see as a pair of her other hands make the motion and she hisses something. And the lot of you can make a save for me. Let me just double check what that is.
Just a reminder, if you're
Okay.
within 10 feet of Aero, you get +4 on your saving
You
throws.
can choose to fail this if you wish. It is going to be a... As soon as D&D Beyond decides to load for me.
Is it a spell?
It is a spell. It's a charisma saving throw as she casts Zone of Truth.
Oh, I will choose to fail it then.
What is it? A wisdom you
Uh,
said?
It is a charisma save.
Charisma. All right. Well, I rolled a 30.
Jesus!
Yeah,
Jesus!
that's paladins for you, man. Sasha will choose to
8.
fail this.
I also choose to fail.
Arrow is
Okay.
specifically not choosing to fail.
Okay. 3 of you choose to fail. Nula rolls an 8, did you say?
Yeah, which is probably a fail.
It is a fail, yes. And Aero succeeds. She looks across at the 3 of you who chose to fail, as she gets to know that thing. And then looks at you, Nula. And her eyes narrow at you for a moment before she looks back. Now speak.
Yeah, good. Okay. I am not under their control. I have no masters besides myself. And I have made a promise to you before. To protect this one, and I must gesture to Setsa, and she is brought back to you. I've only failed in the regard of not bringing you White's tongue, in which I apologize profusely.
There is time.
Yes.
And you saw this traitor of our kin fall?
Yes. He fell to our combined might. We even dissected him and collected items from his corpse. But
And
it
she-
seems to have not stopped him.
She looks
Well-
at Saja. And you
Technically,
see you took something from his body.
well, we don't. But we, I guess, didn't actually kill him. He was in the middle of a ritual, and a bunch of his folks were killing themselves around them, and then he stood behind one of his acolytes and stabbed himself and his acolyte in through the chest of his other acolyte, and they both, after we had pretty badly wounded him, but he was very dead when we did open his chest and take out where's this stone? Did Khan have this stone? But we became a little less distracted by that at the point in time because, yeah, there was a big dragon came out of the throat of the body of the goddess while this whole thing was happened at the point in time, which had a big glowing crystal in the middle of its chest, which we did blow that up, by the way. Castian put a bunch of bombs into its back at the point in time. The whole thing detonated and blew up at that point in time, and that was really weird and interesting. But yeah, he was dead when we did take the stone out of him, and Saja will like kind of search the bag and eventually probably pull out that spherical stone. That was it. He didn't have any organs in him. Like no stomach, no heart, no lungs, no. Everything was gone.
Sasha, now that you've pulled out that stone that was in his chest, after touching that cold metal of the heart cage, this has that same feeling.
Oh, Castian, I think he's like you, or at least like the other elves. So
That's what she said earlier.
no. I mean, like this thing or something similar is like, so he's probably been dead the whole time.
Ah.
She reaches over and gently takes that stone with one of her hands, bringing it up to look at. May I hold on to this?
If you want us to find him, I think we should actually hold on to that, because if he comes looking for that, it means he finds us, and which means we get the second chance of actually putting him down properly and then getting the stuff back to you.
You are residing within the Tribelands this evening, are you not? You all
Yes.
look like you've seen combat.
Yeah, we did fight some of those elves with like we did fight White, but we didn't actually end up killing him because he ran away with after a big magma worm showed up. I guess that's what Tetsa called it. But yeah,
Hellworm.
Standworm.
Hellworm.
May I
Hellworm.
hold on to
Hellworm?
it for the night? You may have it back before you leave.
Where
Okay.
will it be while it's in your possession?
On me so that I may investigate its nature.
And there was also something after we said big dragon. There was a thingy that came along with it. Setsa, did you still have that on you, or was it? I didn't, because I didn't put it in my bag.
Yes, the egg that it's
An egg.
gonna kind of like take it out of my pouch bag inventory place.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
kinda,
thing's
like, hold it up
this
too.
thing's pretty sizable. I think you
Yeah,
guys
it is,
actually.
So
I think you guys actually put it into Saja's haversack simply because of how big it was, and you wanted to keep it safe.
yeah, no, I believe you
then I guess,
still have that in your.
because
Your
it is
sack.
about the same size as Cheddar is. So
Oh, okay. So
A
it's
cheddar-sized egg.
it's
An ostrich egg.
Is it smaller than a bread box? No.
No,
So you're saying is we can make a cheddar omelet.
you could.
Or
Do
we
not-
could not
Um,
do that.
You hand this thing over to her, and she, with her free hands, she holds it almost like she's afraid it will crumble in her grasp. before pulling it to her chest. It is not one of us, but it feels kin. You pulled this from the dragon.
Yes.
Yes, kind of. It more touched we touched this crystal. The crystal and the dragon blew up because of bombs, because of Castian. And then I ended up going someplace, and then when I came back, I had this egg in my hands.
I shall raise it. I will investigate the stone and see what I can learn from it for you. And you can take it back. Setsa. Remain with these ones. Bring justice for our tribe. Find our kin.
I will.
She looks at Nula again. You and I shall speak in private. The rest of you may join the rest of my tribe. Walk freely. You are kin here.
Quick question.
Yes.
Is there an area in camp, like a big patch of land, that is not in use currently? Maybe
you
on the
have
outskirts of camp?
you have a desert at your fingertips.
I was just wondering the boundaries of this place.
Stay within the guarded lines. That is the boundaries. All of these lands are historically ours. We
Yes.
are merely settled here to avoid the storms up north.
And
If
I
you
would,
need space, step into the desert.
and I would never dream of going past your sovereignty. I just ask out of respect for you.
It is more than many do, and it is appreciated. She turns, gives another look at Nola before entering into the tent, waiting for Nola to follow.
As we walk away, I'll just lightly tap Nula. You'll know where to find us. It'll be kind of obvious.
Take your word on that. She's going to step inside the tent.
Okay. I will.
I was gonna say, Cess is actually gonna stay near the tent, not
Okay.
leave just yet.
That is fair. So what's your passive perception?
Hi.
19.
Okay. I'm going to get both of you to stay active while the rest of you mute up.
Oh, mute or deafen?
Deafen, please.
Okay.
Go deaf. I cast silence.
through. There we go. All right. Setsa, you can hear this because of your passive perception. Nula, you step into the tent and you watch as Kabi very carefully and gently lays the egg down in this massive, almost nest of cushions, ensuring that it is sitting safely nestled up in the soft embrace of them before straightening back up again, setting the stone on a bench. How far into the tent do you come?
She's at the doorway, basically. She hasn't been told to sit or anything like that, so she's just sort of in the tent, because that's as far as they were told to be.
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is
Yeah.
14.
Okay. It is not until it's too late that you feel something wrap around your ankle as this towering woman coils around your ankle and yanks you forward and then lifts you so that you are hanging upside down face to face with her.
She may be making like a noise, you know,
Silence.
The surprise.
Silence. Why is one of the hells here? This was not the arrangement.
The arrangement of what?
You are
Did I make a
tied.
deal with you?
You are tied with one of the lords of the hells. Who do you work for?
I work for myself and your eggs.
You are a liar. You have the collar around your throat. The noose, more likely. You are being tugged in a direction whether you believe your freedom or not. Who do you serve?
I made a deal with someone. I do not serve Balmadan.
You watch as she actively spits on the ground. You feel you have your freedom. You are more slave than any. That monstrosity thinks he ascended. Why would you make a deal with a slaver?
Because I already was one.
So you step out of the fire and into the brimstone. What gilded cage do you have surrounding you now? Promises of grandeur, of ascension like him? And who of your
Ascension is
companions are you to sacrifice for that? My father was right. That man is a cur. He will bring ruin to all hells and outer planes. And now he plays war with gods. Are you aware of his reach, Cat?
his reach is not my concern.
But it should be. You really made a deal without research, without consideration.
You weren't in my shoes.
You truly are.
Despite being like
Out of your
bound
depth.
and upside down as Nula is, she is remaining defiant.
You truly are out of your depth. And if you do not wisen up quickly, little cat, your curiosity is not going to get only you killed, but my Setsa and her friends. You would be alone and caged, a gilded bird to sing like the canary in a mine.
The canary in a mine is destined to die anyway.
So you would rather take others down with you? I fear not.
I've already attempted to prevent this.
Well, whatever cage you were in beforehand, you have just promised not only the others, but all of us that same fate, but worse. You are not kin amongst these people. You will be watched. I cannot trust one of Balmadan's level in here. I would advise, as one with ties to the hells, that you should perhaps do your research. You have magic in your veins. One like that should be more studious.
I haven't had the opportunity to study for 300 years. Forgive me.
Then you
if
have
my
wasted it.
Knowledge. Forgive me if my knowledge is not up to par for you. I mean no disrespect. I have merely
Your disrespect
arrived.
is not needed. It follows with the branding around your throat. You stay away from the ill. You stay away from the feeble. And you do not cast your magics in this land, or I will have your spine. Whatever little there is. She
Very
sets you
well.
down.
As Nula is set down, she is going to reach for her grimoire slowly and
There
bring
is-
it out in front of her.
There is immediately, because Kabi has a fucking ridiculous perception, there is immediately a hand around your throat. Keep
She is going to
your
continue.
magics. You are going to continue?
She has the book out, like it's face down. But
I-
she
if you
she
are-
has no intention of opening it.
If you are still continuing to handle a magical artifact while you have been told explicitly not to touch it, I am going to need you to roll me initiative.
I rolled 20.
One moment then. Today on Nula has a death wish.
Jesus.
Nula really needs to start listening. Okay. You said you rolled a 20?
I rolled 20.
Okay. What's your dexterity?
My dex is 16.
Okay, hers is higher. So she goes first. You are going to. Sorry, pull up her character sheet now because I wasn't expecting anyone to fucking fight her.
She wasn't planning to fight. No,
but you
Nula isn't
didn't
planning
take.
to fight.
But you didn't take her warnings not to touch magic, and I did double check whether you were going to continue. So she has taken
Absolutely.
this as an action of aggression because you are
Okay.
actively defying her in her tribal lands when she gave
That's
you a
fair.
warning.
That's fair.
You guys have come in to this place after she is on edge, after an
Very
active
on
war.
edge. Oh, absolutely.
And you have actively defied her. Okey-dokey.
Have I heard any sounds of aggression just yet?
You would have heard the warning, and then you would hear a slight scuffle as you hear Kabi hiss. You were warned. There is a Sorry, I'm just looking at what she's actually.
I'm sure this is going to be very quick.
I was gonna say, is there anyone else around the tent at the moment?
Just you.
I'm pretty sure everyone has gone. It is just you.
Yeah.
Off the like on top of the table, I'm just gonna say that Nula has zero intentions of actually fighting, and she is going to just. We'll see what happens.
I was gonna go in there, but
I mean, you absolutely can.
But she's not.
Oh, I was saying about Setsa entering.
Ah,
She
fair.
is going to grasp your throat, and it is going to count as a attack. Which hits because technically, since she has you by the throat, you are grappled. So you are going to take 16 points of piercing damage as her claws dig into you. She is then also going to hold her hand up above your face. And you watch as she mutters something in Infernal.
and I think I will enter the tent at that point. Do you want me to roll initiative?
Yes. So you walk in.
Or-
Nula, you can see Nula has, while she hasn't opened it, Nula has her grimoire in hand. Kabi's hand, one of Kabi's hands is around her throat, and two of her other hands are motioning for a spell that you can see a sickly, dark black and green energy pulsing within, as she prepares to cast a ninth level
24.
spell. Alright. As you enter in, she looks up at you, holding the action. Setsa, you said this one could be trusted.
She can.
She did not listen. I told her not to bring her magic in here, and she reaches for her grimoire. I did not think you to be
Nula's
one who would
eyes.
deal
She-
with devilkin.
Nula's eyes are continuing to look at her. Like, she has not stopped looking at her this entire time.
What do you
Well, I
want to
cannot.
do?
Well, I cannot speak on.
Nula's hand is
Her.
out. Oh,
Hold
are
on.
you speaking to? Sorry.
Setsa rolled higher than you. Sorry.
Okay, I apologize.
Well, I cannot speak on her dealings with devils and pacts with Bambudan, with a very sort of like pointed look at Nula. While we were together in the Feywild, I came to trust Nula a lot, and I don't think she's trying to cast any spells. I've seen her cast many spells before, and I would say she's offering to give the book to you.
You see, she
To
looks at you for a moment, eyes sort of reading you, before she looks down at Nula with a scowl. And that sickly green magic you see in her hand, she aims it at the ground beside Nula, and you watch as that sickly beam hits the dirt, and you watch it decay. She was going to cast Power Word Kill.
Jesus fucking Christ, you said 9th level spell.
Yeah. You are lucky, Traitorkin, that this one has saved your life. You are not welcome in my lands. If you are waiting with your companions, you can wait outside the borders of my home. And she releases you. Next time someone instructs you not to touch magic, you do not touch. Listen to your superiors.
Nula is going to breathe for a moment, her other hand going up to her throat as she gasps. But still, with her other hand, she does drop her grimoire on the ground.
Take your magic. It is not welcome in here.
You'd rather the risk if I'm so untrustworthy?
You would be dead before you uttered your first word.
I'm already dead.
No,
I'm already dead.
you have a worse
And she
fate
picks up her
in
book.
line for you, Traitorkin. Ramadan does not kill, he toys. She spits on the ground again. Setsa, escort her out. Do not let her pass the guards.
Let's go.
And she goes.
So, above table, Nula could have had a chance to learn something more about Balmadan, but she chose to be obstinate instead.
That's
So she
totally, yeah.
so she does not learn more about her situation in this. I am sorry.
Also,
No, that's
also,
fine.
also could have died.
Yes,
Also could have died.
if you are dealing with someone this powerful, you don't do the opposite of what they have asked you to do.
So, above table, I'm just going to say, I was reading that as they were telling Nula that she was not allowed to cast spells.
Yes, which means
As a
because she
result
picked
of
you
that,
up as a wizard,
because she, yeah,
because she knows you're a wizard, she knows you would have a spell book. So touching your spell book was an indication that you were intending to do something.
she was it very, very much. Setzer has called it out correctly. She was planning to give the grimoire up to have zero chance of
Yeah.
being able to do any of that.
Her
It
wording was,
literally the
you are
most
not.
vulnerable.
Yeah, Kabi is in war mode at the moment. The fact
Absolutely.
that you touched anything magical immediately sent her into protection mode.
That's fair. I
So-
figure if she's a wizard, she's always going to have that grimoire on her. So
Yes.
don't touch magic means get rid of the magic, which
There
is what
are-
Nula was doing.
There is a thing that you should be aware of, especially being a mage. Some people can read their grimoire without opening it. They just have to have contact with it. As long as it is on your body, they can use it. So
Right, that's fair.
it is important to keep that in mind for future. That if if they have said don't touch your magic, touching the very thing that you draw your magic spells from is a blatant thing against that. At
Fair.
least in
so,
some
So
people's
the
eyes.
correct option would have been to say, take it from me, and just hands up.
Or to just obey what she said and don't touch it while you're in the grounds.
Okay.
But yes. That was a very close call.
If Nula dies, she dies. She is well aware that she has made
I
made a
don't
deal
want
with.
people to die. This is
fair.
early campaign. I don't want people to die.
This is like
But-
what, the 8th?
But
Session?
it is, yeah. It very much feels like Nula has a death wish because she feels like she's actively trying to die.
What?
She was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, not thinking things through properly though.
I mean, is that not Nula in a nutshell? She didn't think
Yeah,
things through
Nula's-
with Nyx. She didn't think
Nula's-
things through with Balmadan. She didn't think
She
things
is-
through with this. She
She
doesn't
has
think things
had-
through.
She has had 2 very close calls with death in the last 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
So yeah. The rest of you, is Drew coming back? There we go. The rest of you would see Nula come out of the tent being escorted by Setzer.
A little thing
You
that happens
watch.
whether.
Hold on.
Sorry.
You guys watch as Setzer escorts Nula outside of the borders, and those guards keep their hands on their weapons and eyes on Nula.
Oh.
Anyway, while they were in there, what were you guys up to?
So, as God damn it. Okay. Castian is trying to look for a space that's 100 by 100 in the place.
Yeah, it's easy enough to find a
Around
space
here?
like that.
But like not
Inside the
in,
walls,
but like
yes.
not like inside the walls.
Yeah, you can find a space like that inside the area.
Okay. He will know. So
No,
he's gonna
he
be like,
won't know that
okay,
Nula's
this
not
is the
allowed
one-
in.
Yeah. So he will just so he will turn to the rest and be like, okay, time to show him a new trick. And he will take out his blade and stick it in the sand, and he will pop out the like cylinder, and take out a singular bullet from his like waistband. You're like, this? I've been working on this one. This is my new baby. Sticks it in, closes it, and you see that it starts to spin on its own in like a kind of clockwise, counterclockwise fashion. And you see the ring of ritual burns with a blue flame, and and you start to hear the music that Castian can hear from his spellblade kind of come forth from the vibrations that the sword is slightly doing. It sounds like the song Danzón Number 2 by Arturo Marquez. It's an actual song. Look it up. It's very good.
It is
it is a very orchestral, very like kind of salsa like dance, as you see bits of stone start to crawl out of the ground and sort of dance into place as others seem to pop into existence as it builds this gigantic hacienda house with like an observatory, a like mass like the one a like massive walled with a massive walled courtyard, and it seems to light up on the inside. As you will turn to everybody else. Ah! It works! I didn't think it would work.
So basically, what you're showing us is that we have to set up camp ever again. You could just build us a house out of nowhere.
Yeah. I pull from you don't want to hear the sciencey bits behind it, but
Does it? Tasha will go forward, like we'll poke one of the stones. Like, does it sound like stone, or does it like stretch and bounce, or does it go like finger go through it?
It feels like stone.
And you can do this anywhere?
So long as there's enough space.
Huh. It looks like a nice house. Is it
This is
like the one you had?
this is like my grandmother's house. The house I grew up in is much smaller.
It's nice.
It's at
And
this
as,
point that you guys would see
Yeah, Cassie will be like,
Hey,
"Hey,
Nula
Nula,
getting escorted."
Hey, just spent. Oh, it's gonna take a lot to move it. Oh,
I mean, we haven't set up anything inside it. Like, can't you just redo that again?
If I understand how this sort of magic works, lad, no, the answer is no.
I can. I will
Oh.
just risk passing out?
Why?
Well, I mean, I suppose that's not that big of a deal. There's going to be a bed in there for you. I'll just carry you in.
Well, my room doesn't have a bed. I don't need to sleep.
Well,
But you
Is
fall
Nula-
unconscious.
Is Nula able to see this get erected
Yes.
or hear this conversation?
You can see this. I think at this point you are too far away to actually hear them talking, but you can see the exasperation.
All the way out to the area properly.
Well, let's go ask her what happened. Just go walks over. So you see a very exasperated Cassian comes up. What did you do?
I mean, if we're being really honest with ourselves, I think we already know the answer to that question.
Nola's probably found a rock or something and is tending to the massive gash on her fucking chest after being fucking pierced through.
Oh, that's on your neck.
It's on the neck. She's
Yeah,
dealing with that.
she
on her
had you by
neck.
the neck.
She is definitely dealing with that.
What did you say?
Nothing but the truth.
Nula.
Go deal with the others.
It's you
This
I'm
is my-
concerned about right now.
This is my reward. Go tend to the others. You'll just make yourself suspicious. And she's going to turn to the side and just like expose her grimoire and it's just like, take that off me.
Your grimoire. He will take it off her and hand it to her.
No. She does she just says no and doesn't take it back.
What do you want me to do with this? Study it?
Keep it.
No. It's yours.
Magic has no purpose for me here.
Outside these walls? Out in the desert?
Not around these people. If I cannot cast spells, that's going to bring them
You were
comfort.
told you weren't allowed to within the borders. You have been escorted outside of the borders.
She's going above and beyond because she's an idiot.
Also, Sets is still out there as well.
Yeah.
Sets
I mean,
what-
you
Setsu,
all are
what'd she
now, I
say?
think.
Oh, well, Cassia did say
Whoever
did say for everybody
followed
else, but-
Castian, so
Yeah, that's all of us. I mean, it's me at least.
Well,
I know
didn't
that.
Setsu take Nula out there to begin with?
yes.
Mhm.
So Sets is there. Castian
Setsu,
and
what-
Aero. I don't know if Saja went.
I am debating on if Sasha went.
He would. Cassia will turn to Sets and be like, "So what did she say?"
Nula is not considered kin, and while what the actions that she was taking, I can understand. Calby is not in the mood to be taken lightly.
I'd say I blame her. Bit of a extenuating circumstances, given the actions Nula has taken, so I'd understand if the leader of a tribe who just had her clutch stolen may not be interested in putting up with that. sort of potential risk.
And thus, the risk is sorted. You should get some sleep. I'm sure, like, at this point, it'd be, like, later on in the night, surely.
It's sitting at about 8 p.m. at the moment.
Nola will take a dagger that she's got in her bag somehow. I don't know why she has those, but she does. And she's just going to cut a little bit of her robe as a sort of makeshift bandage for her neck.
So, we have cloth that could.
Nola, you will feel Sazer's hands take the cloth from yours and say, "Here, you'll get it dirty." And
She
he
takes it.
will. Do you want me to put it on your neck?
Been a long time since I've been able to do something for myself. I'd like to do this.
Then he will go into his bag and open up stuff from his healer's kit and pass her antiseptic or like some different herbal roots. That's to clean it. It'll sting. Put those on to pack it. It'll help prevent infection. Wrap it tight. Wash your hands after.
Ah, yes. Wash my hands in the desert. I'm sure that will go great. She does everything. She does everything else.
You have
You have water in
prestidigitation.
your pack.
Do I?
Everyone
Yeah.
has water in their pack, yes. Part of your rations.
I'm pretty sure I gave my rations out a long time ago because I don't have rations in my
You
backpack.
would, everyone would have
We also have
a water
group
skin.
rations.
Yeah, and everyone
We-
would
yeah,
have
we-
a water skin at least. So,
Hmm.
even if it's not like physically in your inventory, all of you would have a water skin or you'd be dead long ago.
Fair. Alright,
I don't-
She'll clean up.
I don't like what you did. I am having difficulty coming to terms with it, but you think that you must have had a good reasons for it at the point in time, so I guess for the moment I will hope that your intentions were good. We got a long road together, and we're not going to get very far if we're angry at each other all the time. And he will take the healing potion that Setsa had given to him, and that he will put it into her hands. Thank you for the offer, but I think these are scars I'd rather bear rather than have them vanish like they were nothing. You've given me a lot to think about.
You don't have to try and like me.
I didn't say I liked you right now, but As I
You
said,
don't have to try and understand. You can hate.
I don't
Lives on.
understand. It makes no sense to me, but I have to hope that you're doing it for a good reason. Because if I don't have that hope, then everything I'm working for means for nothing. So, I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I think it's a stupid thing you did. But it's yours, and I hope you had a good reason for it.
At the end of this road, I think you'll all understand everything quite well.
Then I hope you can
And she's
understand
gonna.
that
Sorry.
it's not just for you to do it alone as well. Okay? We're in it together.
I don't know what I feel about your naivety. Sometimes I love it. Today I hate it.
Well, sorry, but it's just me.
Noah's gonna turn her back on the party at this point, and she's just gonna sit and tend to herself.
And Sasha will walk back to the hacienda. And he will go and get his sleeping roll. And he'll come back out. And he'll find a spot somewhere like 50 yards or so from Nula. And he will make a bedroll.
I had something special prepared in the kitchen in the hacienda. I'll have to go get it now. Give me a moment.
How can you cook if you can't taste anything?
I can taste things!
How can you taste things if you don't? But if you don't feel anything,
I don't feel pain!
but does that
The
mean you
door-
just also
the door
still don't feel
slams
hot and
shut.
cold?
You see Cassie walks out
Castian,
with
do you still have Nula's grimoire on you as you try to enter back into the border?
I think you're like kind of a huff. He'll just kind of toss it into his feet.
Okay. Because if you had it, they would have stopped you from entering back in.
Oh, okay. You'll if any of you are near, get near the house, you just hear some rummaging, and then Castian comes out with a pot and some cups. This was to
Come
cheer up Sasha. This was to cheer up Sasha and like a good night's like remedy to help everybody sleep. Places it down. It's a cauldron of hot cocoa.
Champolado.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Going to be useful in a desert. It's going to get quite cold later.
Mhm.
It's already starting to cool down. You guys can see.
Come on, everybody, get a cup.
You guys can see in the darkness on the horizon, back in the direction of Salvation. You see the occasional darkness where there is no stars and the crack of lightning, purple and bright as it arcs across the cloudy sky.
You see Cassie's handing out the mugs. They are kind of personalized to every person. So A Rose looks looks very handmade. You see like the dents in it from like a hammer.
That's great.
Saja's is very bare bones. It's like a terracotta, and it has like a snake. It has like a snake drawn on it, wrapped around it.
Oh yeah.
Saja's looks like cheddar.
Yeah. Puppy mug.
Puppy mug.
Nula's looks like a tiny cauldron.
No.
And you see Castian's is very bare bones. It looks like a flagon from a regular tavern. And he scoops it up
He
into
didn't have
everybody's things.
a mug from his grandmother's house that like shows up from his childhood in there.
No, he's used up most of the magic stuff for everybody else.
Part of me makes me wonder if whether or not there was somewhere in there there's like a world's best dad like mug that shows up.
Hand it out to everybody. To Saja. This is to help cheer you up from earlier. I know this cheered me up when I was younger.
Thank you, Castian.
And lifts it
I'm
up to
sorry
to Setsu.
I'm sorry I shouted at you.
Ay, mijo. You were angry. Sometimes you need to shout.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it right.
Okay. You guys settle in
Uh,
with this. Is there anything anyone would like to get done this evening?
A conversation I need to have.
Okay. Anyone else?
Hmm. A little thing.
ahead.
Cassie's gonna just sit next to Nula. You're very stubborn. I like that about you. Makes things interesting.
Stubbornness is the only reason why Nyx was held off for so long. When the dust settles, you can thank me later for it.
Yeah. And then I don't know what we'll see when the dust settles. Maybe we'll see a field of poppies, or maybe we'll be back in the desert. Hopefully not back at the Feywild. Are her ears doing the flicking thing?
No.
Ah.
She is not listening for anything. She's not thinking for anything. She's just there.
You know, I do mean it when I say you're good company. I mean, who else am I going to talk to about magical theorems? You know how long I was working on on that? Actually, I could have used her help on a couple of those things, actually. I could have improved it a bit more. I may want you to look over the notes I have on it later. Not right now.
Definitely later. You get the feeling that Nula is very much shelling up and is like she's responding to conversation, but she doesn't want to have conversation. If people talk to her, she'll respond, but she is not contributing much.
Alright.
And Cassie will just sit there with her the rest of the night.
Was Saja wanting to do something?
It'll depend upon. It'll be like later on the evening, but
Yeah, can be at
And,
any point this evening. But
yeah, Eero said that he wanted to do something.
it's going to be a bigger thing, which is why I was just saying if anyone else wanted to do something first.
Saja
Unless
does not
it's
sleep.
dependent on that. Okay.
Saja does not sleep, and probably sometime in the middle of the night, Saja goes for a very long run,
Okay, we will get to that then.
like full long run.
Yeah. Setzer, were you up to anything this evening?
I have ideas, but at the moment my brain is starting to turn to sludge.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say later on, can I message you a couple of things outside the session
Absolutely.
and see where it goes? Cool.
Absolutely, you can. All right. Aero, do you wait for your god to reach out to you, or do you reach out to him?
I reach out to him.
Where are you going to do this?
Well, nobody's in the hacienda at the moment, so that's where I'm gonna go.
Someone's got to make use of it.
Yeah, look, it's there and it's empty and there's a bed.
You find a room.
Would
that
you like
feels-
also the rest of us to get for this?
Yeah. Everyone can deafen up for a moment.
Whee!
You find a room that feels like you. You sit on the bed. And you let yourself reach out to your god. The connection is almost immediate. Unlike the other times where you've spoken to him, where it is an empty, echoing void, you can hear the hammering of a hammer on anvil. And somewhere amongst the cacophony, you also hear the ticking of a clock. My hammer arrives.
Feel your urgency, my lord. I felt it as I approached the witch. I can hear it now with each ticking of that clock in the background. What am I to do?
Her master has made moves like a game of chess to take a rook from the Pantheon's side and turn it upon us changing the game. There is an echo of whispers in various languages around you, almost like an audience. And you feel the presence of two other deific figures, though you do not see them. A council is being called among those of us who stand against Balmadan, the Devourer. You have a choice. This is a companion. What judgment do you hold of them thus far? The hammering stops. And the ticking stops. And it's like everything in this space is listening, waiting for your answer.
I don't know. It is so hard for me to get a read on her. All I can tell you is that it seems that no matter where she goes and what she does, she is always at someone's beck and call. And try as she might to be free of every single one, she always finds herself falling into the control of another.
Such
Be it
is the way of those who know nothing outside slavery.
Then how can I effectively, fairly pass judgment on someone who, for all I am aware, does not know right and wrong of her own independence? If all she knows is what has been told to her, her sense of morality, her sense of justice, it's skewed in one direction and it's no fault of her own.
There is that whispering again. And you see now 3 enormously tall figures. Taller perhaps than some of the spires of Castle Ravensbridge. Silhouettes of humanoid figures made of different colored light with large metallic masks. One you recognize as Hor, your god. Another almost human, almost elven, almost avian, with a crown of sunlight behind him. And another standing black against the shadows of this area, as if absorbing any and all light, with a mask of a skull. We stand here, arbiters of life, judgment, and death. A council to decide upon the fate of many We have a question for you. Would you be willing to watch, to observe, and make judgment upon this one in time when asked?
I would. Because it means I don't have to pass judgment right now. For all those years I spent just being pointed in a direction, being told someone was evil, and dispatching them for it. As rewarding as that work is, it is extraordinarily difficult to pass judgment in this case right now.
Judgment is not always easy. Judgment is a balance. And judgment is meant to be hard. Not all good answers are good in judgment. Not all evil is easy to discern. Retribution will be had. And when it happens, blood shall rise to form something new. You and your companions are being watched. Now, not only by the gods, not only by Balmadan, who has an agent inside your walls, but by other powerful beings within your perceived realm of existence and beyond. The ether clamors the souls. You shall be the one to put some there, but also the one to prevent many who do not deserve. Decision must be made eventually. But for now, know that we are watching. Know that you act as my hand. Your judgment will be mine. Retribution or lack thereof will be adhered to. There is a moment of more of those whispers, and then it all comes to a hush as a voice sort of comes out differently this time. And you watch as the sunlight crown seems to glow just that little brighter. You are your god's paladin. But your party is wrapped up in a war of gods and men. War is on the horizon for your own plane of existence. Surely you hear the drumming, the hammer of steel. A new calamity threatens. Are you ready? An echoing response comes from the shadowed one with the mask of death. He must be ready. They all must. Whether they intend to be or not. The fates do not wait for mortal judgment. They are pulled along like blood through vein, slipping through fingers as it fades. There is a moment of rest before your own god or speaks up. Very well. You and your companions are touched by an evil. Avoid death. Not even we can claim if you perish. And it comes easier than it normally would. Seek my temple in the city of elves. There will be one there who can cleanse you of the rot. Perhaps you can seek counsel. You have 3 months. At the end of that, you make your decision. In 1 month's time, when I speak with you once more, we will decide on what boons I might give you for your other tasks. Retribution is judgment in totality. We will be watching. The sound of ticking begins once more. The hammer of steel on an anvil returns. And you feel yourself wake in the early hours of the morning. Rested? And with a point of inspiration. What you know after that conversation with your gods is that the curse placed upon you all from Nyx means that you only have 2 death save rolls. Not 3. And if you perish, she gets your souls.
right then.
Get the others back in.
Awesome. I am going to
Yippee!
go pee real quick.
Yeah.
Eh.
When the others return,
Oh god.
So much shit is happening.
yeah. Yeah, you guys caused a thing. Oh, we've got.
We caused a thing. I think we've caused several things.
Okay, this is back. I don't know where Tam is.
That's the other reason why is because I had the mute.
All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Not on the mic.
Saja, you go for your run.
Eh?
Do you leave
I do.
your pets behind for this? Or are you taking Cheddar and Chive with you?
Uh, I think this would be something that every once in a while Sasha would go on a long forest run, and this is not a gentle run. This is like kind of the run you take to push exhaustion into your body, and
Yeah.
this is the kind of run that he knows Cheddar. If Cheddar was a greyhound or a long-legged dog, he would probably take it with him. Cheddar is a short-legged dog, and this is a desert. I don't think that would work out very well. But no, I think he'd probably actually. Would he? Oh, of course, and you roll a fucking 10 right down the middle. No, I think he just.
Okay. Sasha, you.
He probably makes sure that they're comfy.
Yeah.
And says that probably tells Cheddar, I'll be back in just in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't just try and sneak away from it. He says I'm going off for a run. I'll be back.
Yeah. You run. And run. And run. And run. And in the distance, that storm continues to broil over Salvation. The thunder echoing your footsteps in the sand that only adds to the building exhaustion because it's hard to run in sand. And you come across an area almost like it's creeping in from the edge of the desert, where the sand begins to harden and crack, and you can get that bit more footing, and you continue to run and run, and as you do, you can see that there is life beginning to grow. Amongst the cracks, wildflowers. Speckles of colour peeking up through the dead, hard soil of devastation. Life is truly returning to this desert that had once been jungle. It's returning. Both at the center where the goddess had fallen and creeping in from the outside inward. And it's as you sort of get amongst these wildflowers, these hardy, waxy stemmed, paper-like florals, you hear another crack of thunder. And and the sound of a cry that you recognize from the start of your journey. And as you look up against the darkened sky, you see the silhouette of a thunderbird flying high up in the breeze, heading northward.
I think he'll probably slow at that point in time, just chest heaving in and out, breath just hot, and lungs aching. And he will very quietly say, I hope I'm doing the right thing.
You hear the distant cry of that thunderbird once more. You watch as it flaps its wings and the spark of electrical life comes from them, echoing the thunder that's in the distance in the clouds, the thundering of your own heart. And standing amongst the new growth of life, there is the sensation that despite the harshness of what is there, there is hope.
I think probably the next time that he sees he sees the shock of lightning, he will yell as loud as he can,
Mm-hmm.
just venting out frustration and anger and basically the whole bunch of bottled up feelings and not understanding complicated choices and scream out into the world. Until he's basically almost crying.
Yeah.
And probably in that very, like, off the edge of the desert, just very, like, away from anybody else, he will cry. And just collapse a little bit and just sob.
The thunder continues.
And he'll
The cool desert night air being blown by distant winds, a slight warmth to the edge of them. Even now.
probably stay like that for maybe 5-10 minutes before slowly getting back to his feet and kind of wiping the streaks of tears away before the Thunderbird and wherever it may have gone is once again, and a smile touches his face once more. After harsh, rugged exasperation. And there's always pain and noise and struggle before the flowers bloom again. until the rains calm once more. And then he'll begin heading back to where his compatriots are. Exhausted, but feeling better.
And I think that is a good point to leave tonight. Well done, guys.
Boy.
Tense session.
my God.
A lot happened,
Oh my
but holy shit,
God.
that was good.
Oh my god.
My brain
Huh?
hurts.
You guys did some
And you asked what-
amazing roleplay today, gang. Well
Oh,
done.
thank you.
You asked why we had the sillies. It's because all the serious was spent.
We had to balance this shit out.
All right. Well, I'm going.
These Skittles are definitely normal Skittles, by the way.
And with that, that's where I'm leaving this pod. Have fun, guys.